Welcome to another DorkLair action figure review. Today I'm taking a look at the LegionsCon exclusive D13 Holiday Angels. All three of these figures will be available at the D13 booth at LegionsCon 2024 on November 9th and 10th. So if you want them, I would suggest hitting up their table fairly early. He sometimes does sell out of some of these, although there isn't a chase figure in this set, so I wouldn't get too worried about missing out on one particular variant. Obviously, the blue one might sell a little quicker than the others just because it's different, a little bit more different than the other two, and it's got that silver body and stuff. But that's just pure speculation. And as you can tell, we have two Christmas ones, green with red, and then red with green, and then we have a Hanukkah-themed blue and silver. All three are pretty much the same exact angels that he's put out before. Particularly coming to mind is the Easter chocolate one, so very similar to those. And of course, these are early versions of the more detailed angels that they're going to have when the big Kickstarter wave releases. It has been a long time. The wait has been a long time. Personally, I'm fine with waiting, but I know a lot of people get frustrated with these long waits, especially on these Kickstarters. But trust me, Chris is just as frustrated as everybody else when it comes to sort of waiting for that. And speaking of Chris, I just want to say thank you for sending these over and giving me a chance to review those and including me in this event. And it's kind of fun to kick off the holidays. I know it's a little early. This going up the day after Halloween. I know some people kind of like shift gears like right away. I tend to wait personally until after Thanksgiving to start like decorating and all that stuff. But in terms of timing, in terms of LegionsCon, we got to get this stuff out there. So I'm very happy to just dip my toes a little bit into the holiday season. Here's a close-up of the Green Angel. As you can see, the Green Angel has red hair and red tunic. One thing I will say is the reds are a little on the orangey side. I would have liked it to be a little closer to like a true red. But there's a little bit of orangey going on with the red, but they still look cool. I mean, it is a red. It's just a little skewed toward orange. And so this one's got the green and white wings. I love the two-tone detail on the wings. I think the wings look fantastic. They're really cool. It's got the cloth goods with the wire. They all have the wire and all that. You got a sash or a belt tied in the back here. Very easily removable. You could just tie it just like any old, tie ribbon, I guess. And then you have the wires on the bottom. And this is a fully green figure underneath. And then this one has a red body, green hair, green clothes, and then red and white wings. And again, I really love that two-tone on the wings. This has a red belt or ribbon around the waist. Cloth goods, again, wired, in a fully red body. And definitely the most unique of the three is the silver angel, and that has blue accents, so it's got the blue hair and the blue cloth goods and the gray belt or the silver belt there, and then the whole body on this one is silver, and it's got a very metallic silver. Like it almost looks like like liquid metal Terminator or something like that, right? So really fantastic shade of silver on those wings. Really nice looking figure. When it comes to the differences, aside from color, between the figures themselves, the only difference I can see is that the red angel has a different head, and then the other two, the blue and the green angels, they share the same head sculpt. So that's the big difference there. Though when we get to the accessories, you will see some variation among them. And here we are all zoomed out so you can get a look at the overall shape of these figures. And these are 1/12 scale, but they do skew just a little bit above that 6-inch mark, so maybe 6.5 inches tall. And for comparisons, of course, we have to kick it off with some other holiday-themed figures. On the left is Father Christmas from Four Horsemen Studios, and on the right is the Pirate Santa from Fresh Monkey Fiction's Naughty or Nice line. And here they are with their line mates, the demons. So we got our angels and demons. And as you can see, this is the red and the green demons, the clear plastic ones. They are on the same body. They just have different heads and, accessories and things like that. And then here we have a couple 1.0 body Mythic Legions figures. The new skeleton on the left with the Headless Horseman head on it. And then the orc, that's the orc 3, the gladiator orc or the Colosseum orc on the right. And then we have some cloth goods figures. On the left is the 112 Collective Cousin Eddie from Mezco, and on the right is the Odious figure from Unparalleled Universe, who will also be at LegionsCon and will also have an exclusive. Here's a couple Hasbro figures. Star Wars Black Series Grand Admiral Thrawn on the left, and the classified G.I. Joe Shipwreck on the right. And a couple larger figures, Storm Collectibles Skeleton on the left and NECA Warduke on the right. And last but not least, of course, we gotta have a little bit of NECA Alf. Okay, let's get into accessories, and I'll talk about the Green Angel first with the green wings. The wings are removable. I won't do this for every single one, but you can kind of see that they do have that hinge this way, sort of the flapping motion, and then they have a swivel going this way so you can have the wings extended out. And yeah, so very cool wings. They all have the same wings. Green one comes with the red shield and the green ribbon. Green ribbon was separate in the package, and then it's got like a sticky thing, and you peel it off and you can kind of see under there the little sticky part, and then you glue it on and it makes it look like a present, which I think is very cool. And it's got a grip handle. I wish the handles turned on there, but they do have like when you look at the handle, it's got a flat side for the peg, so you can't turn the handle and have it whatever direction you want unless you were to modify it. There we have the sort of rounded shield. To go with the green and white wings, it does have the green and white sword, and then it has a stand. This one is like the sand stand. It's got the footprints and the foot peg. So this is like sandy surface or sandy ground, and there's some different textured ones that we'll see. For hands, it's got a pair of gripping hands. It's got a pair of like gesturing hands. It has a pair of flat hands, like, I don't know, praying, I guess. And then it has a pair of closed fists right here. And of course, the red angel has the red and white wings. Green shield with the red angel that has the red ribbon on there. And it also has the same kind of handle on the back that doesn't twist. Different shape, though. You can kind of see how they compare. This one's very spherical or semi-spherical, I guess, and then this one's more of like a flat kind of shield. And then the red angel comes with a different sword. So of all the three, the red angel is definitely the most unique. It's got the different head, it's got the different shield, the different sword, and the blue angel and the green angel, they have same accessories essentially, but there's a look at the sort of candy cane sword over here. And it's got the unique stand. So this is more of like a stone surface here, like a broken cobbled stone surface. It also has a foot peg, and the pegs work well. And the red angel has the exact same sets of hands as the others. And for the blue angel, of course, we've got the silver wings here. It's got the same shield as the green angel, where it's like that very like concave kind of thing going on. I didn't put the ribbon on this one. I may leave it off, but yeah, then we have the handle for this one as well. He's got a blue and silver sword, and again, same sword as the green angel. And then the blue angel has the perfectly smooth base, and of course it's got the same loadout of hands, and it's got that ribbon to put on the shield as well. Okay, before we get into articulation, I'm going to take the cloth goods and wings and stuff off so you can really get a sense of it. But again, the wings swing all the way up and then down here with that swivel, and then they flap like this so that you can have some different positions with those wings. They don't hinge at this point. They don't swivel at this point. They just hinge over here. And then those are pegged into the back, and you just pop those right out because they have a simple peg right there. And then the cloth goods, the sash actually just untied itself, but it's really just tied on there. It's not any sort of knot or anything. And then the head pops right off very easily with a ball peg there, and then swing the arms up, and that will slide right off. And there's that silver body underneath. Let me put the head back on. So there's a look at the silver body. A little Silver Surfer action going on here. And then here's a look at the red body and the green body. So there's all three of those bodies before we get into this articulation. Okay, the head is on a ball joint and a hinge, so the head can kind of rock side to side a little bit. And then there's a hinge, so it can look down quite a bit. It can look up a good amount, and it can kind of go side to side. Of course, it can spin. And there is a joint at the base of the neck. There's not a ton of movement, but there's a little action at the base of the neck there. Butterfly joints at the shoulders, gets a lot of good range over here. And then we have a hinge that brings the arm up to about here, and a swivel that can go all the way around. Twist at the bicep. Double jointed elbows can bring the arm up to about here. There's a ball joint at the top of the torso that's got a pretty good amount of range, and then it's just a twist at the waist. I do kind of wish that there was a little more action there to get some good crunch going forward. You know, a ball joint at the waist would have been cool. Ball jointed hip that can kick forward pretty good, kick back a little bit. It can go out into the splits. You can twist at the top of the thigh. Double jointed knee kicks back quite a bit, and then you have a hinge at the ankle, and then a twist at the ankle would have been nice as well. But there is a pivot there for wider stances. So there you have it, the D13 Holiday Angels 2024 LegionsCon exclusives. I cannot wait for LegionsCon. It is so close now. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you, Chris, for sending these over to let me be a part of this reveal. And until next time, may the Force be with you.